Hello everyone. Back in the room where I did my 200-mile walkthrough a little ways ago. So today I just wanted to do a quick little video on how to charge these batteries. Well, how I charge them. And it could be, it could end up being the matter of having them last a long time or possibly having a short. And I wasn't doing this in the beginning, but then when I read the Juiced website. So how they recommend doing it is, and you guys may know this is just a quick little how-to on how I do it. But what they say to do is, you want to plug this in first. Because if you have this plugged in first and there's power going to it, and then you plug this in, I don't know how it possibly would get messed up, but if somehow these connectors got twisted up or something in these ports, this little hole, it can cause a short. So they always recommend plugging this in first. This way you know this is seated properly. Then you plug that in. So I just do a quick find the way it goes in. It only goes in one way. Plug that guy in. And then I plug this in. And I do that for both my batteries. And just to kind of keep some of the heat down on these, I always leave these sideways. It's probably minimal. I've heard of some people using fans to put like a mini fan on these, which I think is a good idea, especially in the hot summer days. So that's basically what I do. You want to plug in this first, then go to the outlet, as per Juiced's website says and recommends, just to avoid any kind of shortages. And I think it makes sense. So you have to think, maybe there's been times where people's batteries died or something, like one day it's working, the next day it's not. Maybe just by chance, who knows, plugging in that first and then going to this might assure the battery. You never know for sure, but it's just one little tip that can really, it almost takes no effort to do, and you can avoid any shortages. So that's that. Another little thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, also I unplug them in reverse also. So I will pop this out first, get the power off of it, and then I take this out. So I just do it reversed. That's basically that. Make sure you always shut those before you ride. You don't want any dust and dirt in there. Keep that nice and clean. All right, on to the next. All right, so I noticed that when I turned my bike really far, the bars would kind of like hit this section, especially down in here, I noticed. But a friend of mine has mountain bikes, so these rubber pieces were all the way down here. Same thing on this side. This rubber piece was all the way to the bottom. And you guys may know this already. This is for people who didn't know, like me. But what he noticed was, if you move that rubber piece up top, sorry, let me get a better angle. So that rubber piece now bangs onto the bike right here. As you can see, it's like a protector in a way. So for anybody who didn't realize that, I thought that was really cool. So now, like, if you're turning, like when I'm getting out of my house, my kitchen's real small, so I'd always end up like banging these into the bike. So if your rubber doodads here were too low, you can put them up to there. And mine were down here, moved up to here, and now they kind of are stoppers when I'm doing like a wide turn or like a close quartered turn. I'm never turning that far when I'm riding, but like I said, when I'm leaving my kitchen or something and I gotta like really angle to get out because I have a small kitchen, those little bumpers are nice stoppers to, sorry if it's a little dark, I think this side's better. Yeah, these bumpers are nice little stoppers to avoid like damaging the paint. So I thought that was cool. Another thing, I don't know if it's just people forget to do it or what, and of course could be a style thing, but I notice sometimes they don't even, when these headlights come on the bike, these are really low, and you're supposed to move them up to this section. I might have talked about that in my other video, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it'd be good to put the light up. I think you get a little bit better of a viewing angle, or like better light spread when it's up higher. Just another random little thing. All right, that's the next thing. Let's talk about some brakes. So I noticed somewhere, I'm at about 500 miles now. I got to somewhere when I was about maybe just about 500 miles. I noticed my brake lever on this side was getting super, like you can see how it comes to, I don't know, about 1.5 inches here. It got to the point where this lever was almost touching this handle grip here, and initially I didn't think it could be my brake pads. I thought maybe my brakes needed to be bled, because I was thinking, how can I have like demolished brake pads? And it's crazy. I guess 500 miles goes by quick when you're cruising around. My front one wasn't as bad. I kind of used more of the back brake and I feather the front, so this was basically the same, but this was like crazy. There was so much play in it. It started not stopping properly. So I did the classic brake adjustment where you loosen these up and then you squeeze the brake lever and then you tighten them. I'm sure we're kind of all familiar with that. I could explain more if somebody's not, but that's not too much what this video is about. Not so much about adjusting. So I ended up taking the brake pads off, and I went and picked up some brake pads at my local bike shop, and I noticed this was my back brake. So this was the back brake. It is shot. It's almost down to the metal. Let's see if I can get a better angle. Yeah, so this was my back brake. You can see there's like, it was almost down. There's like one spot where it's basically down to the metal there. But this is why my brake lever was so squishy. It didn't need to be bled. Needed new pads. Here's a pad from the front one. You know, you want to change them both at the same time. That's the front pad. You know, there's two on each side, obviously, and this was the back one. So, yeah, probably another ride or two, and I might have been grinding metal. So if your brakes start acting up and they're getting real squishy. Also, I have to say, after I changed my pads, I always had kind of noisy brakes. I think that's kind of a juice bike thing for some reason, from what I gather, but my brakes have never been as quiet as they are now. They're not perfect, but they've never been this quiet, so that's awesome. And one more little thing, and then I'll end this video. I'm gonna use my fancy dancy scissor pointers to point what I'm looking at, but so after you take the brake pads out, brake pads are right here. You could watch on Juiced website how to take them off. You just gotta remove these two bolts, this one and this one. But to get the pads to fall out, after you remove this caliper, you got to take this little guy out right here. So after you take this out, the brake pads slide right out. I don't know if I missed it or something, but I did not see this on the, I did not see that on the how-to video that they had. Maybe I missed it, but so after you take the calipers off, you got to undo that little guy right there. It's like slides through, comes out this side. It holds this these pads in place. I don't remember seeing that, but that's just another little tip. All right, everyone, I'm going to end it there. Stay safe riding. And as always, thanks for visiting the channel. Today is going to be clean My bike day is disgusting. My chain, I'm getting like a build-up here. I know it's really dark. I didn't really mean to film this stuff, but I just want to do a quick video on the battery and those bushing things here. And that other stuff I kind of just thought about. So that's it for now. And see you next time. Stay safe. Happy riding.